Code of Harmony by Osnaburgh. Chapter 1. A Hollow Memory. The man was alone in his study. A stray, thin cigarette, still warm from its use, gently cast its dim, orange glow onto the mahogany table. The ashtray was bare, clean save that one lone cigarette, with its gentle smoke emanating from the end like the point of a smoking gun barrel. The man watches the smoke dance in the ever-so-slight draught in the study. It was strange, such a simple yet entrancing thing, which catches the attention briefly before glimmering away, a treasure in a sea of normality. A peace overcame the man, satisfied with his results from that day. He picks up the cigarette to give it another puff, letting its nicotine flood into his system. Truly, tranquility at its most finest. And yet, something didn't feel right. No matter how many cigarettes the man smoked, no matter how clean he kept his study, no matter how much he ordered his books into neat, straight queues, it always kept returning. That sense of a subtle fear, a fear which grasps its tight, unforgiving claws around his heart, twisting and turning, roughly pulling and seizing whatever chance it gets, unrelenting, unforgiving, constantly watching and preying on his soul, a hidden battle in which the man confronts it every minute of his life. He could only just stay ahead of this fear. Only just. The telephone rings. A loud, shrieking, ringing noise reverberates inside the room and in his own head. The man grumbles to himself lowly, the sudden peace being disturbed by such a trivial matter. Whatever. Since his self-reflection session was now over, it was no use to try and hide from this. The man picks up the phone, answering the call and slowly putting it to his ear, focusing all of his energy on listening to it, so as to avoid the piercing omnipresence of this fear. The caller on the phone was already speaking when the receiver of the phone finally reached his ear.
And due to this, we will need you to arrive over to Liverpool Marina. We have provided the coordinates for you to investigate such a matter. We hope you will have a safe journey and good luck on your investigation, Professor Kujo Jotaro.
Yada yada. I will be there by midnight tomorrow. Please ensure that no information about this visit may escape out of the Speedwagon Foundation's close watch.
Jotaro monotonously replies, staring off to his right at a picture frame.
Yes, indeed, Professor. This mission is indeed only in its confidential stage. Only people you deem or trust are granted to see these files.
Thank you.
Jotaro places down the phone, takes a deep breath, and goes over to his table. He picks up the picture frame and examines it again. He had lost count of how many times he looks at this photo. It was the last and the only group photo that they all took together. His friends. Half of them are gone. His grandfather is on the verge of being completely senile, and Polnareff was out on his own mission. Was he alive? Did he suffer the same fate as the rest of his friends? Jotaro didn't ponder at the thought and merely placed the photo down. It was best to keep communications quiet. There was no knowing what kind of problems may arise if a message may be intercepted. It just felt so lonely when you're the only survivor. And yet, that ever so slight glimmer of hope. No, you can't fixate on that. Not now. Currently, only the mission matters. He has roughly 36 hours to arrive at his destination, set by his own deadline, of course. Liverpool, England. It would definitely be a first for him to go back to where this all started, to go back to the previous locations of the Joestar mansion in Liverpool, where his great-great-grandfather Jonathan Joestar once fought his arch-enemy, Dio. And to think that in such a place, the beginning of the end, in the forgotten ruins, an anomalous object was discovered. A stone mask with a hole in its head in the shape of a stand arrow.